We are live. Hello, everyone. I am here with Tim tonight. Do you go by Tim or Timmy?
Either
Either
one,
one.
baby girl. Yeah, it don't matter. Is it? I go by Timothy. Timothy. Sometimes it don't matter.
That's like,
Just whatever you want to call me.
all right.
So,
Well, at least you call me something, right? Isn't that like a country song?
yeah, definitely. I like my country music myself. I'm from down south. I'm from
Oh, are
down.
you?
Yeah, I'm from down outside Bowling Green, Kentucky. Is where I'm from, and
Oh, all right.
I come up here. I think about 40 years ago. I've been here a while. You know, I've been
Wow.
here. I've been back and forward, but I always end up back up here. I don't know why. But I always end up back up
Yeah.
to Indianapolis. It's. I guess it's something different, but I miss down home. I really do. I miss it down there. Because
Yeah.
it's all country and all. It ain't no crime down there like it is up here. Up here's
Yeah.
all crime. Every time you turn around on the news, crime, this, crime, that, and you
Right.
just don't ever stop.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't ever
Chaotic
stop.
and I were just talking about why do we live here again? It's always miserable. It's so hot and humid and like
Yeah,
there's no mountains, there's no, like, ocean, so, like, why are we here again?
right. Yeah, I think that too myself. But I don't know why I moved up here. I got married, and she got on drugs real bad. We went our separate ways, and I just stayed up here after that. I mean, I go back and visit, but I don't know, I never felt to stay down there. I stay down for a week or two and come back. It just,
Mhm.
you know, but
Yeah.
sometimes I miss it, especially the weather up here. We don't have no weather really. It's from summer to winter. Don't have
I
no
know.
spring much. We don't have no fall much.
Uh-oh. Losing you. Losing you. Hello? We did so good, we've been just chatting it up, and then now, as soon as we go live, the connection is not working. You're you're frozen, you might have to leave and co like, leave here, let me try. See if it's still well, he's still frozen. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Now we lost him for good. Well, hopefully he'll come back in, but his, kind daughter came to help him. Um, and just wanna say hi to the chat while we've got a few extra minutes. Hey, Tears. Hey, Chaotic. Glad you guys are here. Hey, Chris. I saw Lance. Hello, Lance. How are you tonight? Glad you're here. And you guys can read his prayer real quick. Heavenly Father, tonight I come to you for Jamie Jo Tate and her mom, who misses her as much as I miss my own mother. Heavenly Father, please bless this family and work your miracles today. That's really good. Thank you. Thank you, Lance. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Donna. How are you? Hello, Lynn's K. Let's see if it says device not oh, now it's gone again. It started to storm. I wonder if it's that. Hi, Daisy. I wonder if it's the storm. Um, but yeah, so I know that Tim has been so you know, like he lives in the area, and he talks about, you know, we were talking about before I came on the live about just like the crime rate and just the amount of stress, that part of where Jamie went missing, and Amaya Robertson as well. The little baby, 8-month-old baby that has just disappeared, that Cece always, she does such a great job of covering that and keeping attention onto the Amaya Robertson case. And hopefully Tim can come back on, but he was just telling me about the area, and I have some interview questions for him, so I don't know all of the answers. So hopefully he can join us. But I did want to open it up. I had seen a comment on, I believe, a relative of, oh, here he is, of Blake. And I would love to try to help you in any way that I can for Blake. But yeah, so he's back. There he is.
It's kind of on this phone, but it's in and out, in and out.
Yeah. Oh, it's out again.
Yeah.
It might be the storm.
Phone said storms are moving. It could be the storm. Can you tell?
Yeah. Hi, Lips. How are you? Glad you're here. Yes, Miss Donna. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure I know we've met before in real life, and it was a pleasure, and getting together with them, and for two different things now. The Amaya Robertsons, they had a memorial birthday party for her that I went to, and then oh, what was that? Where I got this shirt, and got this shirt and this bracelet, kind of like I think it was for the reward fund. They were trying to raise the reward fund, and just, oh, maybe he's back.
I don't know. This is messing up. I think it's storm.
Weird? We were talking on here just fine until I hit the live button.
I think it's a storm. Be honest with you, I think it's a storm because, like I said, I got a thing across my phone while ago said storms on in Indianapolis, and that's probably what it is. It's something making the flash
just passed by here, so it probably is hitting you right now.
Right, yeah.
I was just kind of talking about the couple times that we've met at the Amaya birthday party. I think that was the first time we met, right?
Yes. You
were at the vigil.
I was at most I was at all of them. I mean, I went to a couple birthday party for baby May, and then I went to Jamie Tate's birthday down. I think I met you down there too. You and Amy and all of them got together on Jamie's birthday. Yeah.
That was a really special day of just
yes, it was special,
allowing us to like come into your family and just like be a part of that. It was just such an honor, and meeting Miss Donna, and like my takeaway from that day was I never met Jamie, but she must have been a super special person to have.
She was. I mean,
fighting for her.
Yeah, Jamie definitely was that. I mean, she had her doubts, her ups and downs, but she was always there if you needed her, and and she used to come up my house, and we'd chat, and you used to talk to her on Facebook every day, and it's a big thing when you don't see her on Facebook no more, or Messenger, and like I said, Jamie was a very good person. I mean, I ain't got nothing against Jamie. She never done that. She never stole from me. She's always been a good-hearted person, as far as I know. and in my eyes, she's always been a good heart person. And she never, she come up here, spent the night, a couple of nights, slept on the couch, and she come in and out. She always called her a safe house where nobody would bother her, and that's she come up here and do her, sit there and just chill. And, we'd do smoke a little weed every once in a while. That's about it. That's all we do, and that's all she would do up here. Because I don't do drugs. I don't do no kind of drugs and never will. I just,
So, how far do you live? How distant blocks, miles from where Jamie was living with Miss Donna, or
right across next street over.
Oh, really?
Next street over. Yeah, I live real close. It'd take me 1 minute to walk to her house. 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I see Jamie walk up down the road all the time.
I do have a question, and Miss Donna's in the chat too, so she may know the answer. It was kind of brought up in passing, and it just got me thinking about her bicycle, that she rode a bicycle, and sometimes her bag. Has anyone ever looked for those items?
Ain't nobody knows where it's at. We got clues is here, clues there, is over here and over there, but we go over there and it wouldn't be there. I mean, they say they ain't seen the bike. Yeah, we've been looking for that bike and still ain't run across that bike. Never have run across that bike. I don't know if somebody redone it, repainted it, or whatever, but it's never been seen again. Never been seen again.
You think that if we could put our heads together and maybe find a bike online, on Walmart.com or something, to where we could at least get people the idea of what the bicycle looks like, and that way we can add it to the missing persons flyers, maybe even a description of the backpack and different things like that.
Yeah, that'd help a lot. That would help a lot because she always carried 2 book bags with her, or backpacks, whatever you call them, and one of them be full of clothes and the other be full of canned goods or stuff her makeup, whatever she needed, Yeah.
I just think, a bicycle, someone would probably tend to either want to make use of it or try to sell it.
Yeah, that's what I think. Somebody sold it for parts, or somebody trashed it, took it to the scrap yard and had it mashed or something like that because it's metal, But or that, or he throw it in the dumpster or something. But further than find her back, I ain't ever seen it since the day she had it. And we looked, like I said, we got clues is over here, over there, but there ain't there. Nobody's. I don't know what.
Right. You're kind of cutting out again. Uh-oh. Can't hear you. We can't hear you still. Oh no, it's so weird. Hopefully the storm will pass by and so while we're kind of waiting on this storm, I wanted to kind of actually I should probably ask Chaotic Beauty and Crime, is it okay if I show your video with some of the details of the case? She did a really nicely put together, just kind of so that people coming in say you haven't watched the part 1, to where we talked more about the story or the case of Jamie Jo Tate. She went missing, and
I'm back again. I don't know if you hear me or not.
I can hear you.
You can?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. That's all, yeah. Old saying. Can you
There's
hear
been
me
a
now?
couple other older ones recovered, and I've heard her friend Jen T had it and couldn't confirm it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would think that, like if her bike wasn't at home, then whomever has done something because her case is considered a homicide.
yeah, it is. I ain't found no DNA or
Missing in
no
danger,
evidence.
and
Yeah,
whomever killed her has this bicycle, or they have had to
yeah,
have gotten rid of her things.
yeah,
And
yeah. Because like I said, she always carried a bunch of book. She carried always 2 book bags with her, full of stuff, and whatever else she had, a bicycle, whatever. But they had to get rid of all of it. They had to get rid of every bit of it, And then,
yeah.
I mean, me and my daughter found a bag last year or year before, uh, but it had some of Jamie's stuff in it, but didn't have enough. It didn't have enough to do nothing with. And it had another girl's stuff in it too.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah.
And
Uh,
has that person been confirmed to be alive, or the other
do what
person
now? You're
stuff?
cutting out. You're cutting out.
The other person's stuff that was amongst. Say that one more time.
We found a bag on the railroad
Okay.
tracks.
Oh, cut out again.
Yeah, that
Hey,
real
why
bad.
don't I? It is. Why don't I try giving you a call on your cell phone and see if that sounds. Try that. Well, hopefully that's a yes. I'm going to play a video from Chaotic Beauty and Crime, and then I will call you on your cell phone. If I don't have your number, can you send it in Messenger, Tim?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
okay.
All right. All right.
I'm going to share this video, and then I'll call you. Oh, he gone. Always got to love technical difficulties, right? Oof. Okay. Let me get comments off of here. And I just wanted to welcome Yvette Smith to the chat. I always pray that Jamie will come to me in a dream and give me a sign or something letting me know she's okay. Miss her beautiful face. Aww. Oh, Professor Pug, thank you for being here. Yeah, that was it. I know. These shirts this is one of I wear it all the time. I'm going to need to get a new one. I'm going to need a new one because it's getting a little bit, I wear it too much. So it's a really nice shirt. It's really good quality. You guys did a great job. And then I have the bracelet, but it keeps clinking on my screen. So I just have it down here beside me. But I had bought this, and it's just so beautiful. It says Jamie Jo Tate, fly high with the angels, and it's got 2 wings on it. It says, "We love you, Jamie." That's really it's really nice. It's a very nice quality bracelet. But yeah, so I'm going to share this video, and then I'll kind of read it as I share. What hurts the victim most is not the cruelty. Oh, it's gone. Justice for Jamie Tate. On August 1st, oh Lord, what did I do? On August 1st, 2020, I don't want to see those. Around 5 a.m., Jamie Tate was seen arguing with a man and then being drugged into a house located at 508 South Warman Avenue in Indianapolis, Indiana. She has never been seen or heard from again. What happened that morning? What happened to Jamie? Where is she? Are you the one that knows? Can you help Jamie and her family get justice? Someone knows. It has been over a year and this family deserves justice for their loved one. Jamie deserves justice. If you know what happened to Jamie on the morning of August 1st, 2020, please speak up and help them get justice. You can call IMPD at 317-327-6160. If this was your loved one, would you want answers? You would want justice, and you would want people to speak up. Jamie was a daughter, a sister, an aunt, and a friend to many. She would have helped you. Will you help her get justice? Jamie would have been 34 this year and is greatly missed every day by her mom, siblings, and other loved ones. If you know anything about what happened, please come forward with the information and help this family get justice for their loved one. What really happened to Jamie Tate? Justice for Jamie Tate. So yeah, just a really nice tribute. I'm going to go ahead while we're here and just share the Care to petition. I meant to read that the last time I was live with Miss Donna, and I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and hopefully this storm will pass by us here in central Indiana, because it is really going out there. My dog, I can hear him. He gets so scared of the storms. But this is a Care to petition. So it's for what really happened to Jamie Jo Tate. Case number IP 200078800, and it only has 421 supporters, and they want 1,000. Let me I will grab the link and put it in the chat, and I would really implore everyone to go and sign this. I know sometimes these seem frivolous, but they're really not. And one signature, like there's a Mother Teresa quote about by myself, I can do so much, but I can only do so much. But me and everyone else, I'm totally botching the quote here, but we can do so much together. And I see I've left a comment up here. Always doing that, aren't I? And so it would really mean a lot if you guys could go and sign this. I'm just going to copy and paste it right now. There you go. Now I'm going to read it. Jamie Jo Tate was a lifelong member of West Side Indianapolis. She was well known and well loved. She also struggled with addiction. She had an unstable relationship with Robert Owen Sorrells Jr., who was very abusive. She gained knowledge of some people killing Blake Burnell. I hope I'm saying that right, and I'm so sorry if I'm not. And she spoke out. They threatened to get her on July 31st, 2020, she left her home just shortly after midnight. It was reported that someone tried to run her over in a blue car at 3800 West Washington Street between 3 and 4 p.m. the next day. So that would be on, if that was on July 31st, so the next day, would that have been August 1st? Because I don't know, I might have that wrong in the timeline. So hopefully we'll get an answer to that. Later that night, she was heard arguing with Robert Owen Sorrells Jr. He was seen pulling her into a house at about 5 a.m. the morning of August 1st, 2020. She was reported as a missing person on or about August 5th. IMPD didn't seem to take her case seriously because of her addiction issues. To this day, we, her loved ones, have been given many scenarios, many places where her remains are reported to be. But as we keep searching, we've had no results. We demand her case be investigated as a homicide. IMPD has not taken her case seriously and given it the attention it deserves. Please help us by signing and sharing. Update. I received an update on my Jamie's case. I'm not privy to details, but I have complete confidence in Detective Burton. Okay, good. And Jamie's missing persons team. And that's the thing. I might be able to help you with this Care to petition. I don't know if I tend to use the other one. Oh my gosh, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank on it. Sorry, guys. But it is very similar, and like we could rewrite this as just far as like morale and moral support moving forward, and maybe even change the petition up in order to help assist IMPD because they are so overloaded, and maybe get a search and rescue team in here. And maybe if we can, like, we have all of these thousands of signatures, and we give, some of the different SARS we reach out to, like Adventures with Purpose or different search and rescue teams that may not be employed by like Marion County. That might be something that, could really be of a help, and then kind of changing the goal of the petition. Now that you feel like it's in capable hands, it would be really good just to try to be the best assistance, like how can we help you the most? Talking about it, keeping it out there, trying to get some major media coverage, organizing searches, and just not letting the people that know forget so that it's a constant bother to their conscience. But yeah, so I am going to go ahead and come back, and I'm going to try to give Tim a call and see if that will work. The date of the car was actually a week or so before she went missing. Okay. Thank you, Crime. Thank you so much. Hello, lighting the way home for Vanished. I'm glad you're here tonight. And Crime, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for sharing. And Miss Donna, I don't know if you're still here or not. I know this storm is kind of crazy right now, but if you want, I can help you with that petition. I'm sure that me and Chaotic both could whip that up because we're going to be going live with a third episode. I think we're gonna I can't say the word, simulcast, simultaneously cast on both of our channels, and we're going to do it at her house where we'll actually be together, and we're going to review all of the work that Chaotic Beauty has done on this case. And I'm telling you, it is extensive. She's got tons of files, and we're just going to, because my thing with these cases is the devil is in the details. And what may look like just frivolous information that isn't, doesn't mean anything, of like why I'm such a stickler for like knowing when things happen in the timeline, and like what did the bike look like, and like really nitpicking things. I am anal, but because the a lot of the times, like, there's just this one little missing thing, and then it can bring in a bigger picture. And I think that's what we're starting to see happen with like the Blake things that are coming up. And the more details I hear about that, the more I think that this may have been, because at first glance, my impression anyway, that it is a domestic violence related homicide. But then as you get a little deeper and underneath more layers, it does it kind of seem like it could be related to his death, his murder. And there is just some really, really weird things that have gone on in that one little area. And I'm going to call Tim, and we're going to try to get him on the line. And just give me 1 second. I got to kind of switch things around in here. And, I might have to turn my camera off for just a second. Okay. Oh, gotta actually hit call, right? Okay, let's see if we can have a better connection on the phone.
Hello?
Hello. Let's see if the chat, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good now.
Oh, good. Good deal. Yeah, this storm, I mean, it's really going here. Is it still raining pretty good there?
It ain't raining drop here.
Really?
It's not raining drop.
No way.
I just asked my daughter. She said it wasn't raining at all out there. She just
goodness.
Came in. But yeah, she said it wasn't raining here at all. And she just came in the door. Y'all getting all the rain down there?
Apparently we are. Well, and it could be just my connection too. It's not the greatest.
It up here. We need it up here more than y'all do.
We definitely, our yard could use the rain. No one's been wanting to mow because it's just been so dry. It's like, I'm sick of looking at long grass.
Like I said, I've been going over and watering that tree, and it's so dry. It's so dry. It's just, and I put 6 gallons on it yesterday, and I've been doing it about every day, but it's just, the ground's so dry, it's soaking it up, just like a pad or a sponge or something, soaking it right back up.
Yeah, you know? I know. So it's
not doing much good. I mean,
it has been bad, and it's like such a weird summer. I don't know if it affects you, but the gas prices are just like so high. It makes you not really want to go anywhere, and you're just stuck inside.
You need to start riding bicycles and riding horses.
Right. Well, I wanted to.
Going up, and that's food's the same way. You know.
I know.
4 pork chops down there at Kroger's is about $20-some.
I know.
That's crazy, but
yeah.
Everybody gonna have to start growing their own stuff, like garden stuff back in the day when I was growing up.
Right.
Have their own food. Go ahead.
I wanted to welcome Nomadic Static. Super cool name. And she is Blake's, or he hello everyone. Blake is my little brother. So her little brother. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And I kind of touched on Blake last live I did for Jamie. And I have so many questions, and I would love to try to help in any way that I could, and that's just how these things are, is just getting them out there and start, making a buzz and, just getting loud. And so,
yeah, there you go. That's what we all need to do. Everybody needs to get together and just be loud and let the word get out,
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's hard to do, but enough of us get together, we can do anything.
I'm not one for protests. I don't go to them. I just, but I am one to bug the hell out of people. I'll just keep calling and calling and calling, and eventually they'll, like, they'll say something, just to.
I mean, and then I was thinking the other night, if I'd done something like this, could never hold it back. I'd have to tell somebody, or because I don't see how anybody could do something to somebody and think it's okay, because it's not okay. It's not okay at all. I mean, self-defense, different story, but I know Jamie, Blake didn't do nothing to make it self-defense. They're good people.
Right.
And, a lot of, they're taking all the good people out and leaving the bad people here. And they go to jail. They don't stay in there very long. I mean.
Isn't that something? It's so infuriating.
It's like Rob. He don't ever stay in there very long. 3 or 4 days, he's out again. And he's doing the same shit over and over. I mean, you can't do that.
And that's the thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't he out on bond when Jamie went missing, or was it that he had just gotten out of prison?
He just got out of prison.
Okay.
Then Jamie, I guess.
So he was on.
Then they went from there, and now he's been going jail here off and on for beating his other girlfriend up.
Yeah.
And I think the judge should get enough of it and say, well, since you want to beat on women, we'll just put you in prison for 10, 15 years. See if you won't be on them anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's like the punishment isn't steep enough to curb people's just, it's like, oh, well, I'll just do a little time, just take a little break. Like, and so it's like, well, it's not working then, because I've looked into different prisons across the world, and like, there are prisons that like you do everything, you toe the line, because going there is close to death. You're going to be worked.
Yeah, and
you don't want to go.
Like to do the people that join the army and stuff like that. Make them get out there and run laps. Make them get out there and exercise.
Make them do something.
Do stuff like that. You lay in that jail cell and watch TV, and a lot of them got cell phones anymore. They call you from jail. I mean, it's just like being in a motel, I guess. I ain't never been in jail. Never have.
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty sure they would put me in there, and then they would immediately be on the phone calling the mental hospital, because I would freak out at being locked.
I ain't got the patience for that. I don't.
Locked in somewhere, but
my freedom. I like to go out my door when I want to, and come in when I want to. I don't want anybody to open the door for me and have a key to open it up.
I know. I don't even like anyone to drive that I don't know, because I guess I
like my freedom.
Control.
I can't deal without freedom. I gotta have my freedom. I mean, I know a lot of people who went to jail. They told me about it. That ain't no place for me.
And so
that's no place for me.
Okay, so back to like the you knew Jamie from the neighborhood, and because you're like family friends with them.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes, I know them all. I know about every one of them. I mean, they're all good people.
Mm-hmm.
They're all awesome people. They really are. Jamie was one of them. She was awesome, and
mm-hmm.
I know she had her ups and downs, but that ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect.
No one deserves to be murdered, so any ups and downs is irrelevant.
We'd never get along, probably.
Right. I mean, we all have
different ball game if it was all perfect, but there is nobody perfect in the world no more.
No, absolutely not.
Never will be perfect.
Yeah.
Only person that's perfect from now is the guy upstairs. That's the only one's perfect anymore.
Yeah.
You know, he tries to put you in the right way, but a lot of people don't go that way. And, you know, I ain't got nothing against them for doing that, but I try to go that way. I believe in God. I believe in the Lord, and, you know, it's a good thing, but it's, you know, a lot of people don't. But that's where this world is coming to an end one of these days, and a lot of people's going to hate it one of these days, you know, as ones that are living.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and, you know, it's as soon as we're born, we're dying, and so is the earth, and so is everything else, and
yeah,
all you can do is just keep fighting every day to be better.
Yeah. If you read the Bible, it tells you what's happening, and it is happening a lot. You got war going on. You got crime, people killing their moms, dads, brother, sister. You know, and it's just so sad. It's so sad.
It is.
Back 20, 30 years ago, I mean, it wasn't that bad up here, but more the years went by, it's getting worse. You know,
Absolutely.
And all this bullshit drugs. I mean, they got on the street. You know. Me and my daughter went to Kroger's. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this dude just coming up the street, just cussing himself, fighting himself. And that's I said that dude's on drugs. He was so reeking wet with water. Looked like he sweat. He sweat is what it was, and he was just fighting himself. Might as well say he was just fucking out there swinging on himself, you know. And I said, you don't need to stay away from him, and you come on my side over here. And we went to opposite side and come up this road, you know, in Addison, because he was acting so weird. He was just a weird guy. And you can tell he was on drugs where he was going to kill himself, fight himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sounds like it. Like his own fight club, sounds like. But so did you? So Tim,
hit himself, but he's going it through the air now. He's hitting somebody in the air.
He's trying.
Yeah, he was trying.
So Tim, a couple times. So Tim, did you happen to see Jamie in the weeks or like the day or so before she disappeared? Before she,
I think I've seen her a week before she disappeared. Okay. She come up here and stay for a couple hours, and she says, I gotta go home, check on my mom. That's the first thing she'd say when she left. I go check on mom, and I'll holler at you tomorrow. And after that, I mean, I think we had a little conversation on Messenger and stuff like that, but I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't tell nobody what was really going on in her life. I mean, I know her. I mean, we was close, real close together, and she never did mention nothing like this dude, that dude. I mean, it's like she kept it to herself. I don't know.
Okay.
If she didn't want nobody to know about it, or she didn't want nobody to get involved, or what. But you know, I wonder that all the time. I do. I wonder why she didn't just come out and be honest with somebody and just open up and let us know what was going on. Because she let us know what was going on. We all got together and helped her, you know, helped her out of it, or tried to. I mean, keep her away from here. But she never did open up and let nobody know what really was happening in her life when she was outside, you know.
So Blake was killed in April. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And so
somewhere in there,
April 25th is what I have.
I think you're right.
So April, May, June, July, you know, into July. So do you think that the person that, let's just like, this is just a hypothetical of like going down this avenue of the two are linked. Do you think that it's possible that she was threatened with her own, like her life or the life of her mother and her family, because everybody probably knows Miss Donna and everyone? I
really do, because right after that happened, I think people was trying to run over. I think at one time somebody was parked down by her house or something like that. You know, I do think that had.
There was. So say that one more time. There was someone parked down by her house.
Yeah, I think if I ain't mistaken, I think somebody was going up down the road, parking down the road and shit. The night before she come up stolen, this and that, come up missing.
Okay.
She went to Roberts and she told Robert, Daniel, I think his name, and it was somebody harassing her or following her, and he told me he'd give her a night to guard herself, and then she left them there. And the way he talks, she's supposed to go to Rob's that night. Right after that, I don't know if she did or not, but and then I went over and tried to find where Rob lived. I found out where he lived, and then the old woman next to Rob told him to go in the house or quieten down, I guess, and then he drug her into the house, and that's the last time Jamie was ever seen in period anywhere, you know.
Right.
You know, I think it was all connected together. I think she seen something or heard something about Blake, and then they started threatening her, and then, like I said, they tried to run over her on Washington Street. That's right after Blake got killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's all connected somehow. Don't know how, but I think it is. I mean, because they all run around together. I mean, it's a big circle, and if one knows something, they all know it. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Right.
But,
yeah,
I do.
I'm hopefully showing the chat. Google. Hold on just 1 second for me. I gotta check this and make sure it's working. But I had some things that I wanted to run by you that I kind of had found, and just a precursory kind of research on the area. But now that we're not on StreamYard, you can't see my screen. So I'll share the chat, what they'll be able to see the map, and then you'll be able to see it on the playback. But I wanted to run some names by you that I had found. A Mariah Coy Kern.
I don't think I know him. I don't think I know him.
It was on 2935 Ida Street, and a detached garage. It was a multiple knife stab wounds, white female, on May 29th of 2018. 25 years old. This was there's one. Then there's obviously Jamie Jo Tate, who we're talking about right now. Tony Thomas, 508 South Harris Avenue. And it was a break-in with blunt force trauma. They actually poured acid on her and her 6-year-old son, who did survive the acid attack. And but yes, they were both hit blunt force trauma, and then someone dumped acid on them. And then we have Amaya Robertson.
I know her now. I know about her.
And then there's this, I think it's like a car lot place where there's been several murders. There were 3 victims in one. It was in June of 2019.
You talking about by the tracks?
Yes, right by the tracks. You
asked me about that a long time ago, and I could never find out nothing there.
Okay.
They open that up every once in a while. They don't ever open much. And most time you go through, it's very, very quiet. I mean, sometimes you go through there now, there'd be cars sitting there. But most time they keep that closed. I don't. Now, the night, I do not know of a night, because that's when most of all this crime happens, late at night.
Right.
Because they're out trying to get their hit, I guess, whatever you call it, and they do their crime when they do. Like I said,
just wondered, since it is on Warman Street.
Gunfire every night over here. I mean, every night I hear a clip going off. Every night, and I don't know what for, but they do. My daughter said she went around by the store a couple of days ago, and there was a bunch of kids in a blazer just shooting off in the air. I don't know, and I told her to get back home. I told your ass back home, and. But yeah, they just over here, I guess they're getting wild. I don't know what it is. I guess it's drugs, or I don't know. But yeah, they're getting wild over here. Yeah. But yeah, I know that we were talking about it, but I don't know any crime goes on over there. Like I said, it's not. It don't be open very much. I mean, it's open every once in a while I go through there. It might be open, but I think he opened that up late at night. And I've been asking about it, but nobody knows nothing. And most time they ain't gonna tell you nothing. Something going on. They're gonna keep it to themselves. You know. And I don't know if they got cameras over or not. I like to set up a camera somewhere over there or in that neighborhood and see what does go on over there. Because there's a lot of stuff goes on over there.
Yeah. Yeah, nomadic static, like I totally Miss Donna and I talked about that last time, and I would love to talk to you. And and that's the thing, is just like sometimes having the pieces will help, and then sometimes it will hurt. Because sometimes
it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle. You got to
publicly say
together and
right. But I know that what I had seen that you had written that was done to Blake, her brother, was horrendous. I mean, just evil. I know. I mean, it was so bad. Grotesque. We talked to a dude last night, and he said Blake was whoever killed Blake shot him up with something deadly, and then they crossed his feet together, and then they put his hat sideways, stripped him naked, and made a smile on his face, and it was all over Facebook. Those been all over Facebook. That's what he told us last night, but I didn't ever see it. But that's what he said. It was all over Facebook. Thought it was a funny joke, I guess. Whoever done it, thought it was a funny joke. Yeah, that's terrible. That's messed up. It was all over Facebook.
Do what? You cutting out what?
You said it was on Facebook?
Yeah, he said it was on Facebook. I don't know. I didn't ever see it now.
Oh.
But the guy we talked to last night said it was on Facebook.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't ever see it. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's the truth. I ain't gonna say it's a lie. I didn't ever see it. I never did see it. And I'm on Facebook. I mean, at least once a day, but I don't know. They might have erased it off or something. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he said it was on Facebook. He said he's seen it, but I don't know if he did or not. And he's, like I said, he does his thing too. And you can't, some of them people, you can't believe on everything. They, like I said, they've been running us around circles and circles and circles, and I mean, that I wish somebody just come be honest about where she's at or any of them and just tell us and let that be closure and then work on whatever happened, whoever killed her. But they ain't gonna try to do that. They're like talking to a wall. That's what they are. Not talking to a wall. It don't talk back.
So were you a part of any of the searches? Like where all have you guys searched?
Where have we searched? Everywhere. I've been all the way to White River. I've been to Stringtown. I've been all the way over where Rob lived, over that way, all the way to Dairy Queen. I've been on Moore Street over where Donna lives. I've been all over this neighborhood. And sometimes I think, what if they took her away from here, or set her up, say, hey, let's take a ride. Let's go talk, and then take her somewhere else. I mean, we still got a few places we got some leads on. We're going to go search. I don't say where we're at right now, but I will sooner or later.
Okay.
But we got some places we go on a search in a couple of days and see if we come up with anything that way. And, I don't know if it's going to be anything there, but we're going to go see, me and Donna and whoever else wants to come, because we need all the help we can get.
I will. Yeah, I definitely, I was kind of curious about this ginormous, junkyard, off of like Tibbs and Eagle Creek. It kind of,
is it where the semis are?
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on what else this is called other than a junkyard.
Yeah, there's a bunch of semis down there.
There's a bunch of cars and
they're
just
cleaning all that out. There's
really interesting.
Yeah, I told Donna that the other day. I went through there walking. I went searching. I went talked to a guy, another guy, bicycle Rob, and he's not the same one. Same one that killed Jamie. He's another one, and all that back in there, they're cleaning out all them them trailers, the gooseneck trailers, are cleaning them out. It looks better back through there.
Mm-hmm.
And, I need to go back there and catch them in there and ask them, and talk to them and tell them if they ever find any bones or anything, to call the cops, not to touch them,
Exactly.
Yeah, I need to do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll probably go over there.
I think that would be worth the.
Go ahead.
I think that would
interrupt you. Go ahead.
I think that would be totally worth, doing, of just, especially like things like the bicycle and obviously her remains, and her belongings. Like nothing has been found. It's really hard to just like disappear a whole person, let alone a whole person and a bicycle and 2 bags.
I was trying to tell you earlier about the train tracks. Me and Cheyenne went over to Stringtown, went down the trail tracks. There was a light pole laying across the side of the trail or tracks, and there was a bag there. It was a big old bag. Donna got it, or did have it. It had some of Jamie's stuff in it. It has some girl named Samantha stuff in it. And it wasn't nothing. I mean, and it had pictures of Jamie's baby, or not her babies, but her brother's babies in it. And that's the reason why we know it was Jamie's book bag, because it had Jamie's brothers and sisters' babies in it. It had her babies in it, And I don't know what Donna got the bag. She's supposed to send it to the detective. I don't know if she did or not. I think it learned before she did, to be honest. And but it didn't have much in it, but it had that, a little bit of that in it, but it didn't have nothing else in it. It just had some Samantha stuff, and it had baby pictures of one of the kids, Jamie's brother's babies in it. That's how we knew it was Jamie's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's so sad. That was a couple of years ago.
You have a cross street for the railroad tracks?
After she came up missing. You're cutting out real bad, no.
Do you have a cross street for like the railroad tracks, the area that the bag was found by chance, of like maybe Warman or?
Yeah, it's all cross. They cross everywhere over here. They cross everywhere. Some go down towards Stringtown, some go down towards town.
Like maybe Holmes out. I don't know where Stringtown is. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, I see Belmont.
It ain't that far from here. It's just it's raining lightning now. Daughter said it's raining lightning, but
yeah,
it's
finally got you.
Here. I can walk in about 20 minutes. I can be there in 20 minutes, maybe 15, just depending on how I walk. You go down straight down the tracks from my house, and you'll be right in Stringtown before you know it.
Okay.
Be right in there. We heard her bodies over there. We searched over there over and over. I mean, and Rob did live over at one time, and that's the bags was behind his house on the railroad tracks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's right behind his house. I mean, maybe 200, 300 yards from his house. He lived in a bando. It's a bando. And it was right there at the end tracks, right there. You come out of the pass behind his house. And me and Donna went over there, and then he moved out. He's everywhere. Bicycle Rob is everywhere. He stayed one place and moved to the next place. I mean, he just keeps going around in bandos, and that's what he lives in. They don't ever keep a job long enough, I guess, to even afford a house, or he's too much on the other shit.
I wanted to ask Nomadic Static if this was the right 115. Is this the right address? Oh, hey, Aspen. I'm glad you're here. He reached out to me. He is well, there's 3 of them. So he is one of 3. It's a criming shame. And he had reached out to me wanting to help cover Jamie's case and get it out there more. And I think that's what we do, and that's how we can help the most.
Tell him thanks, all of you. I mean,
yeah, I think it'll be really good.
Thank y'all. I mean, we need to help. I mean, there's, like I said, that we ain't got no help. It's usually me, Donna, or her daughter looking for her, or CC. It's just, and not very many. and you can't cover a lot of land with a couple people. You gotta have maybe 6, 7 people spread out. Make a big circle.
Yeah.
And all the help we can get, we definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All the way, 100% appreciate it.
Absolutely. And then just in closing, was there anything else that you would like to add to, like, do you think that do you feel like you have talked to a person or know a person that knows what happened and
oh yes, every day.
Really?
Day.
Oh,
Every day.
That's so horrible.
Somewhere, every day. And I usually talk to people she hung around with.
You do?
Yes, I'm trying to get information out of people, and they tell you they don't know nothing.
Do you think that they would talk to, like, say, like me or me? I'm not going to add anyone else to it. Do you think that they would talk to me, or just
I don't
say, like, hey, I'm trying to.
I don't think they talk to anybody. To be honest
really?
with you.
Okay.
Because I'm serious. I don't think they would talk to anybody. I mean, it's nothing against nobody. They just run in that circle.
Right.
You can't break that circle. You got to take the main guy or main whoever out of that circle to break it.
Do we know who that is?
There's so many of them. I mean, it's like, and then, now before Jamie was missing, I could walk down this street right now and say, anybody see Jamie? Everybody that know Jamie would say, yeah, she's down the street. She's here. She's over there. She's over there. But now you walk down the street and ask her about Jamie or anything about Jamie, information. I don't know. That's all they say. I don't know. I heard this, and it'll be something that's not there. Nothing there. It's just be open, like an open book with no cover in it. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. They're all in that circle, and that circle is, and they all go by code. They go by code. They're talking codes.
To
code, each other.
Code.
To
Okay.
each other.
Gotcha. I had kind of this nomadic static had mentioned a house. So I was trying to kind of show that on a screen and see if this was the right one. But like on this map, I think it's pretty, I mean, and this was literally, like I said, this was just a precursory, like, look through different things that I found, all, 2018, 2019, 2020, Amaya Robertson, that was in 2019.
3 years ago. That was 2019?
2018 or what?
2018? That girl, I didn't ever know her, but I mean, God, I'm always there. I mean, that's, she's a baby. She was 8 months old. I mean, how could you lose an 8-month-old baby? I don't understand that.
You don't lose an 8-month-old baby.
Baby couldn't even walk yet.
Yeah, and she was very underdeveloped as well, and just seemed very in need of help.
What they need to do is get their mom and whoever her boyfriend was for neglect. That is automatic neglect by law. Right. It's supposed to be, but they act like they don't. They're not doing nothing about it. I mean, they are, but they ain't. I've got them neglected a long time ago. Because you didn't know who your kid was. If I was a judge, you're going down collect. You're going down for it. You're going to tell me something, because that's a baby. I mean, how you lose a baby? I mean, they just don't walk off and say, bye, I'll see you later. They don't do that. I mean, societies, the babies walk off. Yeah. Nowadays they do, I guess. I mean, shit, I didn't walk that young. But now, I mean, I didn't ever know baby Maya, but she's always going to be in my heart, and I'm always going to try to find her just as much as I am Jamie, because they're both beautiful girls, and one of them didn't have a life. One of them's 8 months old. I don't call that a life much. I mean, and she deserved more than that. She deserved more than that at all. I mean, it's just something you can't do. I don't see why people have kids and do that to kids.
For sure.
It's so sad. I mean,
it is.
You got these people wanting kids that can't have them. Why don't you just say, hey, adopt my kid, or now they got these boxes in fire station. Put your kid in a box. Somebody's going to adopt that kid, you know? But they don't. They don't. They really don't.
Nope. Do you have any last things that you would like to say before I open it up for anyone else? I mentioned that, like, if anyone else wanted to call in, like, you're more than welcome here. We're starting off with you tonight, but I have time, and if anyone wants to call and kind of add more to this, please feel free. I'm going to put the link in there in just a few minutes. But Tim, do you have any last words that you would like to say tonight?
Yeah, I would like to say, somebody give us something. I mean, somebody tell us something. I mean, somebody out there on Facebook or whatever kind of thing you're on, say something. If you have to, call the law. I mean, call somebody, you know, because Jamie and Baby May need to be found. They need to arrest and closure. They, you know, they do need that. And the way it's going, it's not going to happen. You know? It's not going to happen. Yeah. And I know it will one day. But,
yeah, I believe that. I don't want
it to happen, you know, years and years from now. You know, they need to do it now. I mean, anybody out there even knows anything, it don't matter if it's just a little bit.
Just something.
Let us know. It might be that piece we need to put the puzzle together and make it, you know, something we can stick on and find something out, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I thank you for all that you've done.
Just a bite of it, just something to let us know where she's at. That's all we need to know is where she's at, and work from that end and try to make the murderer and find out who done it to her, you know. And I hope she's upstairs looking down at the people that done this to her and hotting the shit out of them. Because they need it. They need to wake up and say something.
Absolutely.
Say something. I mean, it don't have to be much. Just say something. And like I said, I appreciate that everybody does help. I appreciate you, Mo, and Beauty. I appreciate her. Everybody has anything to do with this, I appreciate it. And God bless all of you.
No, well, thank you so much.
You know,
and you too. Like you've done a
people
lot.
And y'all do a good thing. You know, you don't find many people in the world want to do nothing anymore. And when you do find them people, you better stay with them people because the rest of them's going to throw you under the dirt.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Yeah. It's
not talking to you, you know.
Yeah, you too. It's really good to talk to you again. And I bet we're going to be seeing each other real soon.
Yeah, we know that because we go Baby Maya and then over Jamie's. Yeah, definitely. You know, definitely do. But
yeah, I would definitely like to. You know, I don't know. Like I know that Miss Donna and you tonight have talked about a few places that you want to search, and I did take some training in searching.
We just got leads the other day, and we just ain't made it yet. Donna's not feeling good, and you know, and I hope she gets well. I mean, I love Donna to death, just like her mother, and you know, and when she gets better, we're gonna search. I mean, I search by myself a lot, but you know, it helps. Like I said, if you got a couple of people there, I can search over here. You can search that spot.
Exactly.
Cover more.
Better together.
It's hard to cover. I mean, I feel like I keep going 1907 a lot.
It is.
Places I missed, I'm gonna go over them. You know.
Yeah, it's overwhelming once you're out on the pavement and like.
Do what? Yeah,
when you're out on the pavement and you're
cutting out too.
Oh yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's hard when you're out there. You really realize how vast this search area is when you're just like grid by grid and going through it. And it's just like it can be very overwhelming, especially this area is overwhelming.
The weather is,
you need more than just a few people. You know, we need a good couple hundred really just to do like a organized search.
I need to find me a good police dog, a dog that can find, you know, skeleton mange and stuff like that. That's what I really need. You have one of them, you could probably get somewhere, you know.
I think that would be something that I think maybe we could write I think that's a great idea. I think that cadaver dogs, I mean, they can find skeletal remains from 100 years ago,
underwater,
60 years ago,
under the ground.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. I mean, especially now, because she knows she's bones right now. I hate to say it, but God, it bothers me, but she's bones.
Yeah. Yeah, and just I really appreciate you coming on tonight and talking to me, and I hope that you have a good day, and I hope that we see each other soon, and we have a search together.
Same to you, Mel.
All right.
Thank you for helping us doing all this.
You don't need to thank me.
Getting the word out, because we need to. We need to get the word out, because ain't nobody else going to do it. They're once you hang around, they're not going to do it. They don't even search. People supposed to be their best friend. They ain't none of them search. None of them.
Right.
They ain't, and that tells me something. Why? But when she was living, you all loved her and wanted to be next to her. But now she's gone. You're like, she's history. She's ghost. She's spirit. And
you find out who your friends are. That's for sure. In times of trouble, you find out who your friends are, really, that.
Definitely, you're right on that part. You definitely, your friends, they good front of your back, behind your back are talking shit.
Right.
Or they don't want to do nothing for you. They're just after one thing. If you got it, they're going to try to get it. Then they ain't going to be your friend no more for a while. So they want something else.
Right.
You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Well, Miss Donna says, thank you, Tim Green. We love you. She says, put that in the chat. Too. So hopefully you can join in the chat and continue to kind of be a voice and just, work towards a common goal and like you've been doing for all these years. And so I applaud you for that. And like your loyalty.
Something's found out. That's just me. I ain't going to stop till.
Yeah.
I'm laying on my back under 6 feet underground. That's the only time I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
If she's not found, I ain't going to stop, man.
I think Miss Donna would probably say we need about 100 more of you.
Yeah, we do. We do.
And the thing with this area is you have to kind of be a little bit fearless and fearless or naive, and like I'm definitely naive, and so I grew up very sheltered, very private school. I was homeschooled most of my life, and I know it. I know that I am not privy to a lot of the inner workings of this neighborhood and like the crime rates and things like that. But I know I've gone there and I've searched for Nakota Kelly. In different locations along Eagle Creek there in on the west side of Indianapolis. And boy, there's the railroad tracks that run through that area off of Eagle Creek are
I was saying one is just further out. It's
just a little bit farther out.
They all run together.
But somewhere. They know who murdered, they know that Nakota has been murdered, but his body is still missing. And so I've searched.
How long has it been?
That was just in 2020. What year is it now? It's been 2 years, so 2020.
Okay. About the same as Jamie then, about 2 years, Yeah, they'll end up finding him, or it's like they'll end up finding Jamie, but I don't know when. I wish I know when. They end up finding baby Maya. It's just a matter of time. It's just right person. That's all it takes. One person, the right person.
Exactly.
That's all it takes. One person.
I know. And it just doesn't it just make you just want to just like, oh, you just like, please, just please, you just.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Every day.
When someone has that kind of power, it is so the helplessness feeling and you're so hopeful, but yet you're just like that you're completely helpless and you're dependent on that information that somebody else has, or just that lucky break. So many of these cases.
Say, I found it. It's over. I got that done. Now let's go to the next thing.
Exactly. And just start checking them off.
And it is. It's just, and find that one person, but you got to go through 1,000 of them to find that one person, you know? And
exactly.
Yeah, it's aggravating. It's really, it wounds your head. I mean, you know, you search and then you go to that place where somebody told you something, ain't nothing there, it really bothers you too, you know, you
absolutely.
You get oh, I'm going to find something today, or at least I'm going to find something to get us to the next level, and never find shit, you know. It hurts. It really bothers you. It tears you up, you know. You know, it does.
It really, you're right. Yeah, it's just, you know, keep hope alive. And like, I know Miss Donna, I know she's tired, and
you know,
I'm glad she has you.
I'm always going to keep hope alive, because it's going to happen. I mean, it might not happen now. It might happen 10 years from now, but it's going to come out. Somebody can't hold it forever. I mean, you know, I don't think I could never hold nothing like that. You know,
I know.
Let they die with, that'd be the only way. But there's like I said, she runs around in a circle. I mean, they ain't just one person knows about it. It's probably a handful, you know, and, you know, they know what happened. I mean, like I said, they was supposed to be her best friends. She hung out with them every day she could. And, you know, look at her now. That nobody knows where she's at or nothing about what happened to her. But when she was alive, everybody know where she was at. I mean, I could walk up the street, but like I said, holler at somebody, say, "You seen Jamie?" "Yeah, she's over at somebody's house." And you go over there and she'd be there. But now you don't get that kind of truth. You don't get it. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. You know, or they'll run you in circles, you know. And it's sad.
And it's stories that people will come up with, and like, they know they're a lie. You don't know they're a lie. Yeah, but they do. And they tell these horrific.
People have known her for years. I mean, it's just like me. I know her for years, you know. And, you know, I'll be honest about it. But they know her for years and not being honest. I mean, if you know something, tell something. You don't have to tell your name or nothing. Just call up to detective and tell him. You don't have to tell no us. Just tell him what's going on or what you seen or heard.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
You know, but they don't do that. When you say call tech, they don't do that. Right. A lot of that's because they're on drugs so bad, and a lot of them got warrants on them. You know, warrants and shit like that. But what they don't understand, you don't have to give names. You don't have to give names.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them. Just tell them what you know and leave it as that. You know.
Yeah.
But they don't. They don't. They don't.
You know, and that's the thing, is a world full of selfishness.
And, nice talking to you.
You too.
You too. I'm sorry the phone was messed up.
Oh, that's okay. You know what? Like, it's just that happened. It happens. You can't do anything about it. But I appreciate your willingness to come.
It's all this digital shit. You know, it works when it wants to. Works when it wants to. I mean, it's good to have sometimes, but sometimes it's a bitch to have. You know. But I'll let you go.
All right. You have a good night.
I'm glad to hear from you, and I'm glad you got through to me tonight.
Yeah.
And I hope everything goes all right with your family.
Yeah,
I hope everything goes the way you want it to go, because you deserve it. And anybody else does too. And I'll let you go and let you get to the chat.
All righty.
I'll probably be listening in.
Okay, yes. Definitely jump on there, and then definitely rewind when I was showing the map, because I think I'd like to, you know, like, when we do that, we'll definitely have to sit down and be organized about searching and things like that. And I'd love to offline hear where those areas are, so I can kind of check them out. Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to have you searching with us sometime.
All right, sounds good.
You know, go live if you have to. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, you know, I doubt. So, I don't want to be a channel that you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say, I want to try to be careful with my words, but I don't want to, you know, like, we're out here, you know, like, making this big.
Yeah, you don't give too information out.
It's just, somebody
watching you.
And sometimes it's just not, it's not appropriate at all. And I hate seeing that. And as there is a time and a place, and like, when you're trying to get people to come to a search, and you're like, hey, we're here, like we would love for you guys to come out, like meet us at this cross section or this gas station or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Go live
Yeah.
trying to get people to come. Like I've seen that, and I've seen it work for other cases, but then there is a point where it's inappropriate, and like that's what I don't ever want to do.
It's, it's
but
best to stay to yourself, and if you want to put it live, that's on you, but
right,
best stay to yourself, because you never know what these people are up to. They could set somebody up real fast and you not even know it. These people don't want to play. They do what you can do to do this crime, and they like it, I guess, because they keep doing it. They
for
keep
sure
wanting to do it, and they're gonna get caught up one of these days. It's gonna all come back to them.
One of these days, that's right. Well, on that note, one of these days,
yeah,
I will talk to you later and hope to see you in the chat. And I hope you have a great night, and tell your daughter thanks for helping you out. Wish we could control the weather, but
thank you again.
You're very welcome. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, later, Mel.
And he's just a nicest guy. Okay. Just getting some messages. But yeah, he's just a very nice man, and I know that Miss Donna, and I think I saw Blake's sister comment that they know Tim too, and there's like people that are wanting to come forward and just like be heard and express their their solidarity with Jamie's family, I think, and Blake's family, because I do, like, the more you hear and the more I see, it doesn't, I mean, yes, it could totally be a coincidence. So could all of the other murders in that area. It could just be a high crime area, but and you also have to kind of look at, I know there's been some like rumors in Jamie's case, and that's one thing that is just makes it really hard. Makes it hard because you have these people that are coming forward and they're just saying all this stuff just to, I don't know why, be involved. It's very creepy, and they know they're lying, and then you've got the truth usually lies somewhere in the underneath that line of the lie, and trying to decipher it all is just, it's almost a lost cause. It feels like a lost cause sometimes, but I really do think that I think the details of this case are really important to get to the bottom of, and just to keep bringing attention to it. And I know that for Chaotic Beauty, this one is one we've talked about many times. And I have a case of a friend of mine that was murdered. It is solved. But the media didn't, it was just a very sad situation. And he took a plea deal for just not enough time. And I plan on covering it as it approaches, so that there's something of the truth, the actual cold truth of what happened to Angie Warnock out there, and what a monster he is, and that he is not safe to let out on parole. And he will definitely track down his 2 children and stalk them to the ends of the earth, and make their lives an absolute living hell, worse than he's already done already. The monster killed them while in the bed with he killed their mother while they were in the bed with her asleep. And I'll be damned if I don't try my hardest to not to see him not get out on parole. And so we talked about that and how it's really hard for me to just talk about it because I get very, like I knew her, I knew him, I know their children, and you get very defensive. And that's how she feels about Jamie. And so we kind of promised each other we would help each other with getting these stories out. And so I think in the next Chaotic, if you're still here, I think we haven't come out with like a date, but we're planning on going live at in her scary ghost room of a office, which is super badass that she has like a whole room. I mean, because I just have a closet. And we're gonna get in there and we're gonna really, if I can maybe just turn Jason around. I think that's his name, that scary horror guy. I'm just like gonna turn him around, and then I might be able to like concentrate. But I think we're gonna go through the files and kind of do like we even talked about doing like a double segment of really diving deep into some of these nitty gritty details and ironing out these details. And I think Miss Donna is going to help us with that. And then doing one final for this year anyway, and then just keeping sharing and like Aspen and It's a Crime and Shame, like he's here now, and him and his team to cover this. I saw Grismatically Clever in here earlier. There's Tears for Justice, and I know she shares as much as she can, and Crimezilla and Chris, and of just, you never know who might see something. And then they might say something. So the spooky room. Yeah, we're going to be in the spooky room. Oh, his name is Michael. See, I wasn't even close. I don't know who these people. Michael Myers. That's it. He's terrifying, and he's larger than life, and he's just in there, and he's just going to be staring at us, but we're going to get through it. I'm going to get through it. She'll be fine, but I'll get through it. And, but yeah, I think that, coming in the new future, you might see some things starting to happen. And I saw Aspen had said earlier about covering Blake as well. And again, my email is, I'll just kind of scroll it at the bottom of the screen. And if you feel led, feel free to email me. If there's more that you can add, any kind of details that need to be, just sussing out these details, I think, is the main thing. No, he does not love me, Miss Shanda. No, I don't love him. That's for sure. Tim and I were talking, and we would both like to be. Oh, okay. Absolutely. Like I can send you the site that I use. Like a lot of it is, it's just on, like you can take you have to study the curriculum, and then you take a test in each category. So you're taking a series of tests, and you do have to pay, but it's not very much. And especially when you can just like get that, in order to try to, because we're not law enforcement and we shouldn't even try to be, but there are things that are just, once you know them, then you know what to do and what not to do. And that's why I took it of just not wanting to hurt, not wanting to potentially like mess something up by thinking that you're doing the right thing, and that would just be absolutely horrible. To interfere with justice, if that makes sense. Yes, that's what we plan on doing. And I saw earlier, Monica, I don't know if I'll be able to find it now. She sent a super sticker. Thank you so much. I'm still waiting on the Amazon list. Not gonna forget. I'm just gonna have to pick out my own stuff. But thank you so much for that. You don't need to do that, but I do really appreciate that. And Professor Pug with a super sticker. Look at that pug face. So cute. And Professor Pug again. Prayers and justice for Jamie. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. And we are like, I think that we haven't, I haven't got my, well, like YouTube's like a, if I'm, help me out here, Aspen, it's like a month behind. And so like the August 1st will be in September. And I think like the payout date is like 17th of each month. And so again, YouTube takes 30%. So there's that. But half of whatever this channel like raises, or probably more than that, to be honest, was going to go to, we already have the one that I'm trying to work out. I did speak with Miss Jerry, Karina McClurkin's grandmother. We exchanged some messages and I told her about what we did as a channel, and that it's not much, but we wanted to get her and James that money. And so she'd sent me a couple ways that I could do that, and I'm gonna try to figure that out. But we will do that together, and it will not just be from me. It will be from, I don't know, what do we want to call ourselves as a team, as we try to make a difference. Even if it's just buying a family a meal to where they can sit down and not have to worry about the check and enjoy each other. These are families that are going through what none of us want to ever even imagine going through. And sometimes those small gestures just literally mean everything. And I think that's super powerful. And I want to be a part of that. And I have watched Gray Hughes Investigates for years. And the joy I get out of being in the Freak family and donating to charities as a group is incredible. And I want to follow in his footsteps and do similar things in this world. And even if we can't fund an entire DNA project, we can buy a family dinner, and I think that would be really cool. And I think it would be just something that a little bit can go a long way if we all work together. And I do want to mention that I have a buy me a coffee. I was watching Kristen Behind the Crime Door, and she has a buy me a coffee account. And so when we were talking, she was telling me about it, and she helped me set it up and everything. She helped me learn how to use Canva that Miss Chaotic so graciously shared with me, and I am loving it. It is a great way to create the thumbnails and videos. And that was my first video that I've done on there. And then I had to cancel the show. And so I had to take it down. But I plan on making another one with probably like audio of saying that the case information, and just making it a short little 3-minute video that can be shared of like, hey, look at this, and no, a lot of people aren't going to listen to an hour, 2-hour long live, but they'll watch a 3-minute long video and be like, oh, wow, like I haven't heard of that. I'm going to go and do a little bit more digging. Oh, look, this person's put some links in here for me. I'm going to find out a little bit more about that, I think that's important. And so I plan on doing that with a lot of my cases. It's just, I'm not good at video editing at all. And it is very, very time consuming. But, hi, Grandma Sherry. How are you this evening? Yeah, that for especially right now. But I created this, I'll share my screen. This, with Kristen behind the crime doors help. It's a, did I share? Did I do that? I think I did. Hold on just a second. I don't have much on here yet, but come on, screen. What's happening? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is my buy me a coffee, and I don't really drink coffee, very rarely, unless it's got lots of sugar and chocolate and vanilla and and whipped cream. But you can buy me a banana, and again, like, you'd be helping out my channel, and for me to be able to do what I do, but also helping these families out, because I really do, like, I really want to do that, and I don't want to just take, I want to give as much as I get from this. And this has been, since I was a little girl, of literally just studying the mind of killers and being so, with my aunt being murdered when I was really young, and then, followed by other things. And it's just like, I've always been drawn to understanding how the human mind can vary so much from person to person inside of a family unit, and personality, and like what makes people kill, what makes people stay quiet, like what makes them be okay with not speaking out. How is that? I don't understand that, but I want to try to understand it so that I can maybe make a difference in it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so I decided to go with buy me a banana, since y'all like to give me a hard time about my banana drink. That was nasty. So you can buy me bananas. All right. Hi. Oh, okay. I wanted to thank you all. You're welcome. Yeah, I love and miss her dearly. I pray in Jesus' name we get some closure and justice for Jamie Joe. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And I know that hearing these things can be really tough. And I'm just I'm grateful that you're able to be here and to share Jamie with us. It's our honor. Never feel like you are, like, I know Tim, he thanked me so many times, and like, I don't know if uncomfortable is the right word. Like, I'm sorry, I'm stumbling. I'm just trying to be real. Like, I don't want, you don't owe me any thanks. Like, I'm honored to be able to do this. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of trying to help you. Like that, I mean, that's what this world is about. So I appreciate you guys being here, and nomadic, static, for coming in and talking in the chat. I know there's a lot that can't be said, but I think that is a case to me that would go, I would automatically be petitioning and writing a letter to the Indiana State Police, to try to get that opened and investigated properly, and to go back and try to mend what time has hurt. And I did see earlier, I didn't want to interrupt Tim, but I did see earlier in the chat that this what happened to Blake was literally videotaped. I could be misunderstanding the comment. It's probably too far up there for me to find it. But it's just literally just awful. But you can, and it's not like Bernal is a common name. And you search, I've searched several times. There's nothing. There's hardly anything that comes up for Jamie. Why? Why are some? It's always been a puzzle to me of like why some cases are in the public's eye. They are in the media, the major media, in the news, and the local and national, and sometimes even like global, like they cover these, but yet there's no person's life is more important than anyone else's, and like, why can't there be more done for Janie? Why not? And like, let's try to make that happen. Knoxville Sewer and Septic behind the park on New York and Co Street. Knoxville Septic and Sewer. I might try to go look at that. Yeah, right, Georgina. I love your picture. It's so cool. Why wouldn't someone talk? I understand they're terrified of consequences of speaking silently to someone, but nobody would know it was them. Sheesh, make that call. Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's terrible. Team getting the word out. I like that, Chris. There is a reward. We talked about it last time. I'm not sure the status of where. I know I'd found one that was for 1,000. That was Crime Stoppers. I don't know if it's still active or not. And then there was one from the family. And correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Donna, but it was 5,000 or 6,000. Chaotic would know, and obviously Miss Donna would know. We'll definitely be looking into that more. But I want to say one more time before we go tonight that the case number is IP 2000778800, IP 20007800. And Detective J. Burton, and the phone number for him is 317-327-6186. Again, that was 317-327-6186. His voicemail is 317-327-6186. So to leave a voicemail for Detective Burton, please call that number just one more time, 317-327-6186. If you know anything, please do the right thing, because, it may be scary and you may have to suffer some consequences, but aren't you already? I mean, you are already. Whether you want to deal with it today or put it off again until tomorrow and tomorrow I'll do the right thing. Tomorrow I'll do the right thing. And then guess what? Your whole life's gone and you never did do the right thing. And then you have to you have to die knowing that you as a human did not step up to the plate because you were chicken shit. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Tell me that if you're that person that can make all of the difference, because I don't. Whoever killed her, they're beyond, hope of them doing the right thing, and I feel that way about every single case. But the one that knows and that you are taking your information and you're keeping it, like you're holding it hostage, it's holding you hostage. It really is. And when you sit back and you really think about it, you'll see that I'm right, because I am right. Oh, what am I done? Oh yes, kaleidoscope of crime. Yes, absolutely. I just listened to a crime from your neck of woods that just had me like, whew. I haven't finished it yet though, so that's my night, what I'll do later on tonight. Enjoy your bananas, Grandma Sherry. Aw. I know virtual bananas are great. Just don't make me eat a real banana. I don't even think I could do it again. Oh Lord. You guys just see me gagging up a storm. Oh, I thought I saw that. I didn't want to say, you bought me a banana. Aw. Wish I could see where. Like, I don't see like I don't know, maybe I'm not on the right page, but I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's funny. Buy me bananas. What? It kicked me out. My account. Oh, not logged in, apparently. Aw, you did, Grandma Sherry. She bought me some bananas. You got me a bunch of bananas. Thank you. Oh, it looks like I can pulp. I can set a goal. I'm not doing memberships, but I can write. You can write your first post. You can link your social bio and descriptions. You can announce your page. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So any creators out there, you should definitely check out this buy me a coffee. And it can be like buy me a coffee, buy me a beer, buy me a piece of pizza. I picked banana because mainly just like Aspen likes to give me a hard time about my banana drink that I tried to drink that was absolutely garbage. Yeah, I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, you're 100% right. She is not forgotten. The very same person they protecting could turn on them next. Yeah, they could still turn on them anyway, you know? What if they just got really paranoid one day and decided, like, you ain't even talking, but they decide that, oh, you're going to. Well, guess what? Why don't you go ahead and try to get ahead of that and go and try to get that person locked up? Like, that's the only time you're really going to be safe is when these monsters are off the streets. Like what? I don't know. I have to believe that there's more good in this world than evil, but some days, it's hard to see that the depths of depravity of man, of humans. It's just something that is hard to actually wrap your head around. Like, really, if you really think about it, of just taking someone's life, like really think about, like, put yourself in that mindset of like, how could you do that? Like, how could you? I don't know. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go for tonight. We've been on for almost 2 hours, and I'm trying to do better about just not rambling on and on. But I do appreciate everyone that was here tonight, and I thank you so much, Tim, for coming on. And thank you, Miss Donna, and the rest of her family that was here tonight, and Nomadic Static. We had Yvonne, and I think I saw one earlier on, Lindsay. Thank you for being here, and I'm so sorry for your loss. And if there's anything more we can do in the future. What a great heart she has. Yes, Mel, I'd really like to help others who are in my shoes. It's so hard to find good manpower for searching. Cece, Holly, Lindsay, and others in the Baby Amaya group have helped me so much. Oh, and that's the thing is like, that's when I started the podcast and I wrote out like my mission statement, if you will. And that's what it says, is just like helping people to understand what it's really like to be in the murder victim's family shoes, and shoes that nobody wants to be in. And but yet there you are, and now you're going to be judged on how you feel them. And it's really sad. And like, I want to bring understanding to that, and maybe some compassion and empathy. And like, obviously sympathy would be something that they don't wish to be in those shoes, and no one else does either. And so it's just like, the most you can do is try to be a good person at the end of the day, and realize that in a blink of an eye, your whole world could be turned upside down. And that's exactly what's happened to these families. Stop giving them more grief. Stop being such a pain in the ass and a busybody butthole. Like, I get so sick of it. It's so sick of it. Hey, Lips. Good night. I hope you guys all have a good one, and I will talk at you later.